Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome to the start of this playthrough of Half-Life, the original Half-Life. Now, I did say quite a few times last year that I wanted to do a full playthrough of Black Mesa, the fan-made and Valve-approved remake of Half-Life in the Source engine, but then I thought, as I'm going through my backlog recently, that maybe I should just do the original Half-Life first, and then folks who are not familiar with it will have more of a basis to compare it when I do Black Mesa afterwards. So I was down to replay Half-Life anyway, but I'm playing this in the Zosh 3D engine, which is essentially just a modified version of the Gold Source engine, made by modders to run a little better on modern systems, but it shouldn't really change much. Now also, unfortunately, there was a subtitle mod for Half-Life because the game doesn't have subtitles by default, and there is quite a bit of dialogue, but that mod seems to have been deleted from everywhere that it was posted online, so I don't know what the situation with that was. So unfortunately, there'll be no subtitles, but I will try to shut up when people are talking. Alright, so let's get in here. I should say, too, that I think that Half-Life is one of the shooters alongside, like, Doom that kind of just eternally hold up. It is still a fun game to play. Sure, there's basic animations and whatnot, but the actual just, like, shooting feels good. And that, I think, matters more than anything else in terms of whether a game holds up over time. And I don't say that out of nostalgia because I actually did not play Half-Life 1 until after I had played Half-Life 2's Xbox port and then the Orange Box port for 360 of Episode 1 and Episode 2. So it was only after playing the Half-Life 2 saga that I went back and started playing the old Half-Lifes as well. And despite being a big fan of the game, I really haven't done much coverage of Half-Life aside from, Half-Life and Half-Life 2 mods, but never the base games until I did Blue Shift like a year or two ago. So that's on my channel already, but that is essentially a game that takes place at the same time as this one. So let's get in here. No more chatting. I guess we'll just play on medium because there are specific parts that are kind of a pain in the ass on difficult. Actually I'm debating doing difficult now. Those parts are not as bad as in Opposing Force. Let's try difficult. I might regret this, but I know this game decently well.
And welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System. This automated train is provided for the security and convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel. The time is 8:47 a.m. Current topside temperature is 93 degrees, with an estimated high of 105.
Those guys missed their tram.
The Black Mesa compound is maintained at a pleasant 68 degrees at all times.
So I still do think this is one of the best intros for a game as well.
This train is inbound from Level 3 dormitories to Sector C test labs and control facilities. If your intended destination is a high security area beyond Sector C, you will need to return to the Central Transit Hub in Area 9 and board a high security train.
It kind of just gives you an idea of the scale of Black Mesa.
System. You must report to Black Mesa personnel for processing before you will be permitted into the high security branch.
And there's just a missile sitting there. Apparently this used to be a missile base before it was made into a research facility.
Due to the high toxicity of material routinely handled in the Black Mesa compound, no smoking, eating, or drinking are permitted within the Black Mesa transit system.
It's also not entirely clear
inside the train at all times.
If this is supposed to have windows.
To open the doors until the train has come to a complete halt at the station platform.
I don't think it does have windows.
In the event of an emergency, passengers are to remain seated and await further instruction. If it is necessary to exit the train, disabled personnel should be evacuated first. Please stay away from electrified rails and proceed to an emergency station until assistance arrives.
I don't know if this is like Gordon's regular commute that he has to do every day. Like, he has to drive to this facility, and then he gets on the tram and rides the tram all the way here. But he does work in one of the more secured laboratory areas. I guess this is where he always works. I was wondering if, like, maybe just for the test today he has to go all the way in here, but no, because this locker is in here.
A reminder that the Black Mesa Hazard Course Decathlon
Gordon Freeman,
commence this
age 27.
at 1900.
He's got a PhD from MIT in theoretical physics.
The semifinals.
He's a research associate
Personnel will be announced in a separate secure access
in the Anomalous Materials Laboratory.
Remember, more lives than your own may depend
Clearance
on
level
your
3.
fitness. Do you have a friend or relative?
Administrative
who would make a
sponsor,
valuable addition
classified.
to the Black Mesa team.
Disaster
Immediate
response
openings
priority,
are available
discretionary.
in the areas of materials handling and low clearance security. Please contact Black Mesa personnel for further information. If you have an associate with a background in the areas of theoretical physics, biotechnology, or other high-tech disciplines, please contact our civilian recruitment division. The Black Mesa Research Facility is an equal opportunity employer.
If you know anybody that can be useful to us, please let us
A
know.
reminder to all Black Mesa personnel. Regular radiation and biohazard screenings are a requirement of continued employment in the Black Mesa Research Facility. Missing a scheduled urinalysis or radiation checkup is grounds for immediate termination. If you feel you have been exposed to radioactive or other hazardous materials in the course of your duties, contact your radiation safety officer immediately.
I believe I might have been
Work
exposed to
safe.
radioactive
Work
materials.
smart. Your future depends on it.
Alright, and we're coming up
Now
to the end of the tram
arriving
ride.
at Sector C test labs and control facilities.
Yeah, like, it doesn't really look like there's supposed to be windows here, but if there isn't,
Please
that big
stand
radiation
back
spill
from the automated door and wait for the security
is actually a
officer
big
to
deal.
verify your identity. Before exiting the train, be sure to check your area for personal belongings. Thank you, and have a very safe and productive day.
Morning, Mr. Freeman. Looks like you're running late.
I wonder if Gordon lives in, like, on-site housing near the Black Mesa facility. Because it's in kind of the middle of the desert, so I'd assume they have their own, like, you know, apartment complexes and stuff not too far from the facility entrances. I am also using the HD model pack, which, you know, does change the look of the game a little bit, but they do have a lot more detail in them.
Sorry, sir. I've got to stay behind. Can we do this later?
Alright. Here we are. Another day on the job.
Hey, Mr. Freeman. I had a bunch of messages for you, but we had a system crash about 20 minutes ago, and I'm still trying to find my files. Just one of those days, I guess. They were having some problems down in the test chamber, too, but I think that's all straightened out. They told me to make sure you headed down there as soon as you got into your hazard suit.
Alright. I like that this guy's just kind of like looking over his shoulder and shaking his head. Like, he doesn't really know how to help with the problem, but he's one of those coworkers who feels like he has to stand there and pretend that he's helping.
Now, where did I leave that shutdown procedure chart? Get away from there, Freeman. I'm expecting an important message.
Alright. Just wanted to check my email before I go to work. Alright, Sector C. So this map's not very helpful because it doesn't even say where we are. You just have to kind of know the area. And there's this button here.
My
Hey,
God,
stop
what are you
that.
doing?
Come on, Gordon. You trying to get me into trouble?
No, just having a laugh, mate. Alright. Guess he didn't find it funny. Anomalous Materials Labs, Research, Development, and Personnel Facilities. We need to go to Personnel Facilities first.
Excuse me, Gordon, but I'm rather busy now. Hello there.
You are from the Anomalous Materials Lab, yes?
Weren't you supposed to be in the test chamber half an hour ago? Please, leave me alone until after the experiment.
Alright. Weird how he beat us here. Also looks very unhealthy. Vague mumbles.
Freeman? Hello? Did you submit your status report to the administrator today?
Oh no, I'm having flashbacks. I'm back in the tower.
Are you sure you checked the eigen attenuators? My God, what are you doing?
So, one of the goals for this game,
Who ate all the donuts?
when they were developing it, is they did want to have it so that no matter kind of what you do, the environment does react to you messing with stuff like that. And I think they did a pretty decent job considering when this game came out in '98.
You got the wrong airlock, Mr. Freeman. You know I can't let you through here.
It's a shame I don't have a zoom. I wonder if that's actually readable, his little ID badge. If it would say Barney Calhoun. Because they are all Barney Calhouns.
Ah, it's good to see you.
Ah. We have the lounge over here.
Hello, Gordon Freeman. It's good to see you.
Considering how massive this place is, it's a little crazy how small this break room is. There's one table
Remember to
and one chair.
Situation.
You having some trouble with the vending machine here?
You'll just have to wait until after the test.
But I'm hungry now. Let's speed this up.
My
Oh,
God, what are you doing? Are still nominal.
So, blowing up this casserole actually does have a reference in Half-Life 2 Episode 2. Alright, there's the locker room. Did I miss anything around here? I'm trying to just kind of check out the whole place so we don't miss anything. Because there is a lot to see here if you just look around. A lot of little events and bits of dialogue.
Yes, this all looks nominal.
And I think all of these people are people who worked at Valve at the time.
We all have
I mean,
to
there's
wear
Mark
these
Laidlaw,
ridiculous
the
ties.
sci-fi author that they brought in to partially write the story for this. Coomer. I recognize any of these other names. Oh, there's Freeman. There's us. Freeman's locker. There's this mysterious picture up here, but I like to assume that it's just a stock photo that he hasn't actually taken out of the frame yet. He's like, eventually I'll have a photo to put there. And I guess that's his MIT degree up there. The Orchid Eater. Is that one of Laidlaw's books? Yeah. And the 37th Mandala. So yeah, I didn't actually know that Laidlaw was a sci-fi author before working on Valve projects. He pretty much became the main writer for all of Half-Life, and I think some of Portal as well.
This is all within theoretical limits.
You guys actually doing anything in there? Just skipping work? So, here's our HEV suit. You can see there are two other suits there, and one of them is Gina Cross, the lady who is the hologram in the Hazard course, and I think the other one is her partner, whose name I always forget.
Welcome to the HEV Mark 4. protective system for use in hazardous environment.
Gordon left the MP3 player running last time he was in the suit.
Activated. Atmospheric contaminant sensor activated. Vital sign monitoring activated. Automatic power liquidity system engaged. Defensive weapon selection system activated. Munition level monitoring activated. Communications interface
As I expected.
online. Have a very safe day.
It's just weird to me that this, like, track picks up when you put the suit on, and then you can't actually hear what the suit is saying, but it's just going through all of its systems.
Looks like you're in the barrel today.
For monitoring ammo and injecting you with morphine. The guy who walks away, he's around the corner, and then he yells greetings back at you because he feels ashamed for not saying anything.
Sorry, I'm on duty, Mr. Freeman.
Sorry, I can't talk to you, Mr. Freeman. Black Mesa. Hold on. There's another panel here.
Shipment inspection
Safety.
to Sector D.
Black Mesa Security Force. Hydroelectric dam. We'll be seeing that eventually. Working as a team. These look blurrier than they're supposed to. I remember these actually being readable when I loaded this up before. I might have to change some settings.
Attention. Service personnel, please clear helicopter hangar 1.
One of them does tell you, though, that the Black Mesa facility is under the kind of observation of the U.S. military, and that they have authority in case of a disaster. You can just climb down here. There's no reason to.
Sergeant Guthrie, report to
Ah, hello, Gordon Freeman. It's good to see you. Are you running those tunneling lattice calculations again? It's inconclusive. I'm getting hungry.
Alright, we need to get to the test lab access. Nice to know that we also have plasma cells here.
I can't be bothered right now.
I love these. These are just like big pipes that are apparently
Again.
full of laser. Like, they're just, you know, fiber optic cable or something with laser running through it.
Weren't you supposed to be in the test chamber half an hour ago?
Working on it.
Hey, catch me later, I'll buy you a beer.
It's concerning that whatever is inside of this thing is apparently corrosive, even though it just looks like water. Control room?
Hello there. Ah, Gordon. Here you are. We just sent the sample down to the test chamber.
We've boosted the anti-mass spectrometer to 105%. Bit of a gamble, but we need the extra resolution.
The administrator is very concerned that we get a conclusive analysis of today's sample. I gather they went to some lengths to get it.
They're waiting for you, Gordon, in the test chamber.
He says that in such like an ominous voice. They're waiting for you, Gordon. In the test chamber. Well, there's the test chamber there. But we have to walk a bit more to actually get inside.
It's about to go critical.
What the hell is going on with our equipment?
It wasn't meant to do this in the first place.
So there's all kinds of little things going wrong in this place today. But I'm sure it's nothing.
Excuse me, Gordon, but I'm rather busy now. I can't be bothered right now.
All right, we'll go to the test lab. C-33A.
I'm afraid we'll be deviating a bit from standard analysis procedures today, Gordon.
Yes, but with good reason. This is a rare opportunity for us. This is the purest sample we've seen yet.
And, potentially, the most unstable.
Now, if you follow standard insertion procedures, everything will be fine.
I don't know how you can say that, although I will admit that the possibility of a Resonance Cascade scenario is extremely unlikely.
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. He's a highly trained professional. We've assured the administrator that nothing will go wrong.
Ah, yes, you're right. Gordon, we have complete confidence in you.
Well, go ahead. Let's let him in now.
Gordon is a professional in standardized insertion procedures. All right, so we're in here in the dangerous machine that we have to wear a hazard suit just to be inside. But they don't want us to be concerned about anything going wrong.
Testing. Everything seems to be in order.
There's the window down there that we were looking through.
All right, Gordon, your suit should keep you comfortable through all this. The specimen will be delivered to you in a few moments. If you would be so good as to climb up and start the rotors, we can bring the anti-mass spectrometer to 80% and hold it there until the carrier arrives.
Surprising just how good the audio still sounds, even for like the voices. There's no like crackle or anything to them. They're very professional sounding still. And I like the echo in some of these areas.
Gordon, are you not hearing me? Climb up and start the rotors, please.
Starting the rotors. Alright. Seems like it's running properly.
We'll take it from here.
Power to stage 1 emitters in 3, 2, 1. I'm seeing predictable phase arrays. Stage 2 emitters activating now.
Gordon, we cannot predict how long the system can operate at this level, nor how long the reading will take. Please, work as quickly as you can.
I mean, you did say that you'd take it from here.
Overhead capacitors to 105%. It's probably not a problem. Probably, but I'm showing a small discrepancy. Well, no, it's well within acceptable bounds again. Sustaining sequence.
I've just been informed that the sample is ready, Gordon. It should be coming up to you any moment. Look to the delivery system for your specimen.
So, there's a specimen. It's a big ol' crystal. And this is what they had to wait on us to show up to do, is literally just shove this thing into the laser. That's our job here with our MIT degree. Gordon's still working his way up the ranks.
Insertion for a non-standard specimen. Go ahead, Gordon. Slot the carrier into the analysis port.
Alright, let's insert this baby.
Look here! Gordon! Get away from the shutting down! No!
Let me just pull it out.
It's not shutting down. It's not.
That's probably bad. Generally, when your bosses explode and then aliens start falling from the sky, it's not a good day at work. Hi? Unforeseen consequences. He's not supposed to be here. Let's get out of here. Those guys are supposed to teleport back out when they fall, but it seems like he hit something and now he's trapped there, spinning. Ow. Off to a good start.
Unauthorized personnel.
Trying not to get crushed by the door. You need a hand with that? Pretty sure you gotta take off his Kevlar to give him CPR. That might be getting in the way. Alright, well, you're a trained professional. So yeah, things went pretty catastrophic pretty quickly. I'm not even sure how all of this stuff exploded this far away.
Why didn't they listen? We tried to warn them. I never thought I'd see a resonance cascade, let alone create one.
Yeah.
You're alive. Thank God for that hazard suit. I'm afraid to move him and all our phones are out. Please, get to the surface as soon as you can and let someone know we're stranded down here. You'll need me to activate the retinal scanners. I'm sure the rest of the science team will gladly help you. Yes, allow me to treat that injury.
Oh. So, scientists can also heal you. Sometimes. I'm not really sure.
Why are you leaving? All right. I'll wait.
I'm not really sure if it's just a health limit that will trigger it. I feel like we should also be concerned about this. But they are contained.
I predicted all of it, you know. All of it.
And they didn't listen. Alright, well, thanks. So yeah, now we get to backtrack through the place that everything was fine in before. Alright, got our first head crab. I was gonna say they're very easy to dodge, and then I got hit by it. Oh no, the lasers are leaking. I really don't understand how this works, but it's funny. As long as we stay out of the path of the beam, which is somehow also moving. Oh. Wait. He exploded into Gibbs, but his body is still here. Alright, we got our crowbar. Which, as we saw, if you watched episode 0, Gordon was trained in the hazard course. I guess they didn't read the warnings. You guys, no, you're definitely not okay down there. So yeah, there's a lot of just scripted events going on in this that make it feel like there's a lot going on in this facility beyond just what we're doing. What a shame. Alright, we got his gun. So, because this is the HD pack, this is a Beretta 92, but in the original it was a Glock 17, and that's why if you do the alt fire, it's this. It's like a sort of automatic fire. If you hold it down, he just keeps firing real quick. But yeah, they changed some of the actual guns in the HD pack without changing how they function. Which is why some of them are a little weird. Well, I don't think we can save him. Really don't even need to use the pistol against headcrab zombies. He's dead either way. Which is weird, because the headcrab zombies themselves are not dead. As far as I know, the headcrab doesn't kill their prey before they begin infecting them with their headcrabbiness. Someone didn't get to enjoy their casserole. It's still steaming, too. That's how much we blasted it with radiation. Alright, well, this locker is open. It's just got some ammo in it. But there's not really much of a reason to come back in here. You can't open up everyone else's locker to see if they have bullets in there. These two are gone. And the hand dryer doesn't work anymore. Who left the sink full? Weird, too, that there's no mirrors. I don't think there's actually any working mirrors in this game. I don't think you can ever actually see yourself. We weren't quite at that point yet in games. Not that no games had mirrors, but I don't think very many first-person shooters had mirrors in '98.
Biohazard warning in Sector B and C.
Biohazard warning. Alright, so here's where we came in. Let's just shut the alarm off. Everything's fine. We can all relax. However, we can't actually open the door back to the tram system, so we're stuck in here. Pretty sure if you run in here too quickly, that will just kill you. You'll just get crushed. Finally get my health back from that Vortigaunt. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people are not necessarily people who've played Half-Life, but are at least aware of things in it, like headcrabs. Yeah, good job, scientist. Oh, sneak attack. Clever girls. I always thought this was a good, like, creepy shot right here. Because originally, when they made Half-Life, they wanted to make a horror shooter. They wanted it to be kind of horror-themed like Quake and Doom. But it is more of an action game than a horror one. Somehow this headcrab zombie killed him from over there. I guess maybe it gutted him and then he crawled his way over there and shot it. So that sound right there, we'll be hearing that a bunch in the game, and I think it is actually meant to guide you. One thing that I think Half-Life does really well, that Half-Life 2 kind of just skimped on entirely, is there's a bunch of cool alien designs in this, whereas Half-Life 2, there's barely any. They just kept, like, the most well-known ones, the barnacles and the headcrabs. And pretty much everything else that they would have had from this game was cut. But we'll see aliens that were never even supposed to be in Half-Life 2. These are not one of those, though. These were supposed to be in Half-Life 2 at one point. These are hound eyes. And they pretty much just blast you with a shockwave like that. I like their weird, like, ridged backs. I just imagine that these things open and close. They don't seem to have mouths, though. I mean, they've got whatever that thing is on the bottom, but they don't seem to be carnivores. They did just explode this man, though. There was a guy around this corner. They blew up. I think there was also supposed to be a guy hanging onto this ledge that would have got pulled up and then all those guts would fall out, but I think the hound eyes blew him up before that could happen. Yep, there's some selection of organ meats. Alright, so I think we're going to wrap up this first episode shortly. But I think getting through the Resonance Cascade is the main part for the first episode. Now we know why there are aliens, though we don't really know what the Resonance Cascade did, but we'll learn in time. We just have to meet more plot-dispensing scientists. Ow. Hello.
With my brain, I'm slowing you down, am I? Yes.
I feel like he was supposed to say something. Oh, this actually is the way to go, isn't it?
Oh, interesting.
Or not.
Just look at that.
No, okay, this is optional. If you get him, he'll come over here and open this door for you, which is like a little armory. Or we get some grenades. Some early grenades. I don't know why I can't pick up more. I already have 10? Are these 5 each? Well, we've got grenades. They're kind of awkward.
Well, the dimensional breach is definitely transmitting organic matter.
Well, he kind of just summed up right there why there's aliens.
Yes?
So, one of the other key inspirations for this game that has been stated by Valve was The Mist. Specifically the short story by Stephen King, not the, obviously not the movie adaptation that wasn't out at the time, but, it was such a inspiration for the game that the original project title was Quiver, which was a reference to the Arrowhead military facility where a similar kind of thing happened that released The Mist. So I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't know that in the past, but it does make sense. Right. That's what happens when you cook grenades. Okay, we're all the way back here. So yeah, I'm just gonna end the episode here, and we'll start back up in that armory room. But what I was gonna say there is that cooking grenades, they won't blow up in your hand when you're holding them, but it will just shorten the amount of time they explode after you throw them. So if you hold them for too long, the instant they leave your hand, they'll blow up in your face like that. I kind of forgot about that. Alright, so thank you for joining me for the start of Half-Life. I am looking forward to playing through this because it is a good game, and it is just generally fun. And so far, playing on this difficulty has not been a problem, but of course it won't be until we get to hit-scan enemies. Anyway, you folks all take care, and I'll see you next time back here in Black Mesa.